Hello everyone and welcome to this VSDC video editor tutorial for beginners where we'll be showing you how to use VSDC video editor. And right away from here you can see some of the features of VSDC. You have your 360 3D editor, your motion tracking, edit beats, AI art generator, video effects, support for UHD and HD, blending mode, masking tool, chroma key, which is quite useful amongst these, of course. And then you have a waveform where you can actually look at some audio files and analyze them in case you want to remove noises, for example. You have 3D Pro charts and multimedia combiner. Then just right above it, you can see Start Project Now. So you can start a blank project, create a slideshow, import content, video capture, or screen capture. So you can use this editor to screen capture or video capture. This is a great option in case you want to do that. But since we're talking about the editor, we're going to start a blank project. So click on it. So basically you have your project settings here where you can put in your project name, the author, publisher, the description, etc. You could also set the dimensions right here, and the default is the 1920 by 1080p pixels, and we have the frequency of the sound. You could leave it at 44,100, and you can also see the channels, and you can see the default background is currently in black and we want it that way. So we're going to say project 1, that's basically fine. And you can also see the proxy path. So with all of these addressed, you can click on finish. Great. So what we have right here is our VSDC video editor mainframe. It looks like any other video editor, but of course with its own peculiar design. And right here, you can see some windows. You have the properties window and the basic effect window. Then at the bottom here, you have your timeline area where you can also see your playhead through, and you can move through your media to see what's going on. Then you also have color grading right here. This is also good. So we're going to go back to timeline. And of course you have some adjustment options right here. So you can do this if you want to. And here you can see on the left side, you have project, you have objects and templates. Then at the top here, you have your project, your scenes, edit, view, editor, export project, tools, and activation. Now with each of these tabs, you're going to see different functions that are applicable. So everything under edit, you can find them here. Under scenes, you can find them right here. And then when it comes to project, you can see the first page, which we found when we just installed it. So on the project, you can see new project, open a project, open from cloud, templates if you want to work with templates that are available, and other options right here. But when we go over to scene, we can see that we're on our mainframe for editing. Then you have some buttons right here, which you can use. And these are best applicable when you actually have some media present in your editor. And at the top right here, you can see the cutting tool, the copy, the pasting, the delete, the select all option. Basically, these are the functions you can find on your video editor, whether it's VSDC, Adobe Premiere Pro, or any other editor available out there. They all in principle have your viewing area, your properties or effect area, where you can also find your media, and at the bottom you'll see your timeline. So now we're going to try to add a media and see what more we can do with it. So we're going to go over to project right here. And then you can see project 1, which is the name of the project. And this is currently the scene, and we're currently in scene 0. And then you could add a new scene, add another scene, add another scene. This is what you can do with the scenes. Now we could leave this. This is scene 1. This is scene 2. We could delete scene 0 by pressing on delete. And you'll need to confirm that you want to delete scene 0. So we just have scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3. Now in order to add a file, we can come over here to this ribbon here, and we can see some little icons right here. So when we hover over them, you can see the name of this icon. So you can see add video, add sound, add image, add animation, add chart, add tooltip, add subtitles, and you can see the lot of them. Now we want to add a video, so we're going to click on add video. And so we're going to add our first video right here. You can see SC1, click on open. So the media you will be adding will be called objects, and you can see object position settings. Now right here, you can see object position in the timeline, and here you can see the default settings from cursor position. You also can select to cursor position, or from the start of the scene to the end of the scene, from manual position, to manual position. Now, if we choose from cursor position, you can also see the numeric positioning right here. And we could say OK. And you can see that it added it just after the playhead, right? Or the cursor. Now we can move the cursor to the beginning and you can see that there is nothing right there. And then you can have your video, right? So of course, if you made a mistake in doing that, or if you want to make an adjustment, you can click on the video and drag it to the beginning, right? So there you have it right there at the beginning, which is good. Later on, if you want to move it to any other layer, that's really up to you. So we have our video right now, and this is how you can add a video. Now with our video, of course, you can come over to the basic effects and you can see brightness, contrast, and we're just going to play with the dials a little bit so you can see the effects. We take the brightness lower and you can see our video is basically dark. When we take it brighter, you can see how it looks like. So in order to return it back to 0, you can click on this and it takes it back to 0. And of course, you could add some more settings to your video, right? So this is green, this is blue, and this is the temperature, right? So we could reset these and it's back to what we want. Now, if you want to make a split with this video, so let's just find a position we'd like to split this video from. Let's click and play with the space bar. That looks like it's about to make a turn, so we just paused it. And with the clip selected, you can go over here. And when we hover over it, you can see cut out fragment. Then you have split into parts. So we're going to click split into parts. And then you can see that this part has the highlight and this part does not. This means that now we have two parts of our video. So if we move this away, you can see the video, right? Great. So we're going to take it back. And it's now looking like one video, but of course we know that it's currently two. And when you look over here, you can see that there are two videos, the first one and the second one. Now, say you want to add other media to your VSDC editor, you can come over here. We're currently on the properties window, but we can switch over to the resources window. So when you click on it, of course, you can see the video which we've already added. Now here you can click on the plus icon here at the bottom and you can see add videos, images, sounds, etc. Something that we saw right here. So we're going to click on add videos, select scene 2, and you can see it's added right there. So now you can see the two ways in which you can import videos, whether you're using this small buttons right here, or you can come over to the resources window and click on the plus icon to add your videos. Now, because we don't have much media, you might want to zoom into this in order to see a better preview. So what we can do with this particular layer is to go over to the border and we can drag it down. And this gives us a better preview of our first scene. So now I'd like to show you a few more things you could do with this editor. We're going to come over here. So say we have something we want to remove here. For example, we have this clip from this area to this area, and we want to delete it because it's a mistake. So we're going to take it over here. And when we have our cursor right there, we're going to go over to editor. You want to make sure you're under editor. And then you have the split into parts button. Of course, you could use Ctrl K as that is the shortcut. We could click on it and you can see right now it's split. We could go to the second part and this time we could use Ctrl K on our keyboard and it's going to cause a razor cut or a split from where the playhead is. So if we click on it, you can see that the video is selected. You could of course press and delete and it takes it away. If you press undo, it's back right there. These are important things you need to know while using VSDC editor. Using shortcuts will definitely speed up your work. So when we take this out by pressing on delete, we could also drag this down here to merge with the video, right? Of course, if you want to reduce the length of the video, you could also go to the edge and you can see that the cursor will be changing to this icon right here, which means you could move it forward or backward. And that's what you can do with that feature. Now, if you'd like to add some text to this video, you can simply go over to the T sign here, which is the text. Click on it. You can see text. And here you can see from cursor position. Now, you can see the cursor is right here. But say we want to add a text, maybe the name of this person at the very beginning. So what we can do is to actually cancel this, take the cursor to where we would like to add text, and then press on text, and then it says from cursor position. Press OK, and here you can see the cursor has actually changed to this, as you can see. Now what we're going to do is to draw an area. This is an area we're drawing. We're clicking and dragging an area, and then we could add some text to it. And as you can see, we've actually had text 1 right here. We can click on it and write some text. So we just wrote David Dean, dancer, and say we want to actually make this more visible. So we're gonna select the text, and then at the top right here, still under the editor, you can see text color and brush color. So we can have text color to change to, say, red, and we could also come over here to make it bold. We're going to make it heavy. And if that looks too much, you could simply make it extra bold and then highlight it once again and select the brush color to be white. So we have David Dean, and then for dancer, we're going to change the brush color to blue. Also make the text to be bold. So we have David Dean right here, right? Then of course you can see at the beginning it appears. We're going to do this. Just take it over there and adjust it so it doesn't appear from the beginning. So we're going to play this. And then you can see that it will be showing from the beginning to the end. So what we need to do is to shrink this. So it's just an introduction to who this person is. Great. Now, one more thing we'd like to show you is to add an effect to this text. So we have David Dean, dancer, and it just appears and disappears, right? So we're going to click on it and then go over to video effects, go to transitions, and then we have push. Then it says add to the end of the scene or from the start of the scene. So we can say, okay, then go back to the scene and see how it appears. Great. So now we have a transition in and we'd like to add a transition out, right? So we have it still selected, select video effects, transition, and then we could say wipe, right? Select wipe, and then this time to the end of the scene, say okay. So right now it's currently overlapping. We can go back to the scene and have a preview. So you can see that it appeared and disappeared immediately. So we're going to click on this, select text, and then what we're going to do is to drag this way and also drag it this way. Now we're working with the transition in and the transition out. So we want the text to stay a little bit before actually disappearing, right? So this is looking better. Let's go back to our scene and play it again. Great. Although it's a bit faster, but that's basically having your transition in and transition out working better than before. Now, when you're done with your video, you'll need to export it properly. So we're going to go over to Export Project. This is a tab at the top. You need to find it right there. And here you can see to MP4, AVI, MKV, MXF, and the other extensions or file versions. Now you can see the summary of the video. At the bottom area here, you can see the output file. This is the location where your file will be. And then you have profile. Then you have the video quality. So you have about 3 video qualities here: ultra, high, and normal. We're currently in ultra. And of course, you could have a preview one more time of your video, but these are the properties you can find here: file information, additional settings, etc. Then you can click on Export Project. If you'd like to export things faster, you'll definitely need the upgraded plan, but if you don't have it, you can click and continue. And when you have this pop-up, it says your project contains unsaved changes. Please save the project to secure your edits before exporting. You can say yes. And right here, you will need to select a location to save your project. So we have project 1. Click on save, and now that it's saved, you're going to need to wait for the export to be completed. And as you can see, we have conversion was completed, and you can click on show in folder. So this is how you can use VSDC video editor for beginners. There are lots of other things that we could talk about, but this is basically what I'd like to show you as a beginner. Of course, through use, you can get better at it and having to explore other options along the way, and this would be really rewarding. So go ahead and have fun with VSDC, and thanks for watching.